Today, I want to give my thoughts on something different that I never thought I would talk about, but I believe that I have met the Steve Jobs of the RV industry. So you're going to want to check this one out and find out who this person is.
Well, I mean, one thing that I learned soon when I started researching the overland market is the overland, they don't just build it good enough, they build it better than you need.
Yeah.
And that's what this frame is, we didn't just build it so it's good enough, we built it above and beyond.
Yeah. So we recently got back from the county of Elkhart in Indiana, United States of America. And we went on a factory tour. We went to multiple factories. Mainly, we went out there to see the new Pause by Palomino. And if you're new to the channel and this is the very first time you've heard about this new manufacturer, we met up with them about last year, just in the fall. I think it was late summer, early fall. And kind of a little hesitant to meet with these guys because we're like big manufacturer out of Indiana. We didn't know what to expect. We have been working with smaller manufacturers, some of these manufacturers coming from Australia. We carry some products that were Australian designed or African designed. It's pretty high-end, premium, but small. If it's a car manufacturer and it's big, that's usually means that's a good thing, right? But big RV manufacturers tend to have I guess they have the reputation of not being the highest quality. So when we went out to meet with these guys, we immediately met a man named Maynard and a bunch of other guys too from MORryde, Garmin. We were super impressed with this product. And we decided, you know what, let's move forward with this. One, we met the people and they were really good people and we could tell that they were passionate about the product, also loved the outdoors and camping. They weren't just people sitting in an office talking about selling and building trailers. It felt like they were users and they wanted to be pushing a good product into America. And you know what? And they said all of this stuff that's getting imported into the US, they weren't threatened by it, but they did say, America needs to step up and start making products just as good, if not better than those. And so we went out and visited the actual manufacturer and met with Maynard, who is the guy that has dreamed up this new manufacturing line of products, the Pause. And they already have 2 Pause units in the market that they're now shipping and selling. And they also have, I don't want to say exactly what they have, but they have half a dozen other things in the works to being built. And as I was going through this plant, we went into this area that was called the innovation room or area, right? And we walked in and we saw all of these new prototypes, innovative products that they were bringing to market. And as we went and visited other plants like Truma, we went over to MORryde, and we went over to a cabinet place. We started visiting Lippert. And as I was talking and getting to know Maynard and the team, I was just very, very impressed because the more and more I met with people, everybody was just like, yeah, Maynard is like very innovative. And I started teasing a little bit saying, you belong in the RV Hall of Fame. Where's your picture hanging up in the RV Hall of Fame? But in all seriousness, after spending half a week touring all of these facilities, talking to people, I actually believe that Maynard is potentially going to completely change the entire American RV industry. And I hope that is the case. And so I honestly, here at ROA, we're so excited to team up with this new manufacturer because they have the ability, the capability, the resources to be able to really move the industry in the right direction. But not just resources and capability is one thing, but they also have Maynard, and he is a visionary and an innovator. And to me, that's why I believe that he is the next Steve Jobs of the RV industry. I was meeting with one of his engineers, and it was so interesting. I read a book a long time ago about Steve Jobs and how he was always so demanding. You could never say, that's impossible, or that can't be done, because he demanded that people go and find a way to make things happen and the impossible possible. And I don't think Steve Jobs has a bad reputation for also being a little mean or demanding, and I didn't get that. All the people really respected Maynard and looked up to him as a leader. But what I did see was that he did, like the engineer said, I can't just tell him, oh, that can't be done. Like I have to come to him and give him a really good reason why I believe it can't be done. And if it's not a good enough reason, he tells me to go back and refigure it out again. And so I just felt this constant push of, he was demanding excellence out of the people, and everything he was doing from every component there was just really well thought out, and I was super impressed with it. But we went into the cabinet shop where they were building cabinets, and they have these aluminum cabinets, which is amazing. Almost no manufacturer puts aluminum cabinets in their trailers. Why? Because they're expensive, right? So he has the front face of the aluminum cabinet, but I want it to look like it's real wood. And we've had people walk into them and open up and knock on them and they think they're wood. And it's not, it's metal, which is weird. And the reason was because Maynard, he said, hey, can you like put a bevel in it and make it look like it's wood? And they said, sure. There's not too many people that can do that, but we have the machinery to do that. So they did that. And then he said, I don't just want to face aluminum and have it open on that inside. I would like a backing to it as well. And they're like, sure, we can do that. And then he was telling me when he would open it or tap on it, it would make a tinging noise. And they were all like, yeah, Maynard, it's metal, it's aluminum. That's what it does. When you tap on aluminum, it makes a tinging noise. That's just expected. The funny thing is they were saying, it's good enough. And he said, good enough is not good enough. And I've been saying that a lot lately. I feel like it's become part of a phrase that I'm using and that's, hey, whenever there's somebody that's super innovative, that's gonna change the industry, that's what you find. You find inspiration from this person and you yourself go back and start saying similar things, right? And that's what I've been saying. Good enough is not good enough. And so he had the cabinet shops design this foam that would go in it, and when they put it together, it heated up and it expanded in there. So now when you tap on it, there's no tinging noise, right? And it's just these small little details. But that was something that Steve Jobs was known for doing. It was small little details. Like there's the story of the apple, which way should it face when you open the computer? It's because when it's down and closed, you're looking at it, you want it upside down or right side up. But when it opens it up, do you want it upside down or right? But there's all these little details that go into designing a product, and that's something that Steve Jobs was relentless with, making the experience better than anybody else in the marketplace. And that's why it's the most sold phone in the world. But Steve Jobs was an innovator, and you cannot take that away from him. He did do things and change the industry in a way, he changed the world in a way that nobody ever saw coming. The smartphones and what we use them now today, it has drastically been changed because of Steve Jobs. And I believe that Maynard has that similar innovative quality that Steve Jobs has, where good enough is not good enough. Where if it can be made better, let's make it better. And I was very impressed. And that's not something I've seen with a lot of manufacturers. People do build it and then they ship it out. And not to say it's gonna be perfect, because things have not been perfect. We've gotten some pauses and we've had some issues here and there, and we've had to get them warranted. But man, they care so much, and one of our tech guys is like, man, they care so much. They're just on top of things. They really want to send out a good product, and they want their brand and their name to be squeaky clean. We feel the same way. We want our brand to be squeaky clean. ROA, I try to say we move heaven and earth for our roamers. We drop the ball and we fail all the time, but we're always striving to learn and get better. And I feel the same way with Pods. We've synced up in a way that I'm really excited about it. I'm excited for everybody to see the new products coming, and I'm excited to see where Maynard and the Pods moves the industry. I'm excited to see the future of it. I think it's really bright, and more bright than I've ever seen it in my entire life. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I know this was a different kind of rant. I just wanted to share my thoughts on this new product line, and also Maynard, and really excited about that. So thanks for watching. Go check out some of our other Campfire rants. We got everything. I'm hitting every topic that I can. Hey, by the way, if you have a topic you want me to talk about, or if you have some questions, feel free to make some comments and I will read them and maybe do a Campfire rant next week per your request. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.